Hello, and welcome back to Spelljammer. Inaugural. Might have to change the name at some point if we just completely keep avoiding the school. But I mean, the inaugural class is currently just trying to skip school entirely and just go straight.
And whose fault is that? DM.
Oh, I mean, yeah, no, I totally put it in.
It's all your fault.
Yeah, it's
No proof.
entirely my fault.
No proof.
I thought we were a team.
I want to give thanks to Vince Vept and Shane Ivers for providing music. Vince Vept at Bandcamp and YouTube. Shane Ivers at silvermansound.com. Please support the official release even when the coast isn't really supporting the community. Check out the Spelljammer book because I don't know.
We do not condone wink wink bootlegging wink wink. No.
No,
No.
not at all.
Check out the wiki page. No.
And yeah, so please do that. If you want to support us, of course, we have a Patreon and Storyteller at Patreon. Just look up Dreamscape Storytellers on Patreon, you'll find us.
And join our Discord so you can play with us every Thursday.
Yes, join our Discord so you can play with us every Wednesday now. We don't do Thursday. I don't do Thursday. Other people sometimes play Thursday.
Hopefully, we will be able to say every Thursday again sometime as my schedule becomes less hectic.
Yeah, that'd be great. And
that and my DM style chills out a little bit, and I get used to rules.
Whenever there's room, whenever there's room in these games. Yeah.
Correct.
Welcome back. Spelljammer. I am facilitating this. I'm Kiara Larlandine. And I also play a article of clothing.
Which Goose is jealous.
Maybe if you just communicated your feelings.
Goose is jealous of
feelings are not a thing.
Absinthe, go ahead and introduce.
I am CB. I play Absinthe. I am a 6-inch tall, green-skinned, red-haired fairy who is a drunken master Way of Mercy monk. He is very feisty. He likes to fight, and he likes alcohol.
And his best friend's
pretty much what and his best friends are a cat and a half-dead chick.
Are your friends?
At this point, he is very much fond of Goose and you. He messed up a couple of orcs for you.
He did, yeah. Yeah, Goose is not only my Steam nickname right now, but also, or not my Steam nickname, my Discord nickname, but also a small gray tabby cat of tiny size. There are a couple of notable changes this session as he now bears, rather than fur, if you look closely enough, it is small, fine, grown feathers. And his tail is ferned out, and there are a pair of wings tucked behind his front legs, as if he was a tiny dragon.
Avatar.
An avatar. He also bears elongated limbs. Similar to if you've seen a maned wolf, I think is what they're called. Not in the same coloration, but in the same kind of proportions. But yeah, he wears a small vest and now has opposable thumbs, canonically. his sidekick is now joining the party chat.
Irina?
I'm Elena and I play Irina, and she is a depressed, angsty 15-year-old that is like she was reborn, which is a interesting thing with where we have been traveling around being illegal.
Technically, yeah.
And my best friend is a cat. I don't think I have any other friends because
What?
nobody could ever be my friend, and nobody likes me.
That's it.
Wait, don't you have a friend on you?
Okay, well, yeah, that's
You got a friend on you.
Wait, did
She has
Absinthe say
friends.
that
She
he
just
considers
has
you guys a
She has a
friend?
hard time.
She doesn't
believing
know
they're
that.
her friends.
yeah. Like you guys are just. I'm just a burden. Very
You say that
dramatic.
again.
I took you on a sky flight. I don't know why you still think I'm not your friend.
No,
Oh, wait.
I said
I'm the one you.
Keela, if you would like to introduce yourself and your character.
My character's name is Thera. She is a human variant paladin.
Who has no
And
friends.
you know what? I thought I had a friend.
No,
Um,
Absinthe likes her.
Oh hey. Oh yeah, then why wasn't I in your friends list?
I like your alcohol.
You said I like.
You haven't accepted the friend request.
No,
you
Oh, you're
haven't
my
accepted
enemy.
the friend request yet.
Oh,
don't
okay.
look at my friend requests.
I don't look at my friend requests.
Uh,
I don't trust my
and-
friend requests.
similar to Absinthe, she also has a drinking problem, but does
It's-
her best to still be a paladin. The end.
But it's religious this
Well,
time.
I mean, it's not that you try your best to be a paladin as much as like that's the reason you are, because you're
Yes.
from Hensith? Yeah, Hensith. Dwarven deity of brewery.
Yes.
Nice.
Part of my job.
Yeah, it's part of my job to be drunk. Get off my back.
I'm supposed to be wasted. Leave me alone.
Do you want me to get paid this week?
Do you want? Yeah. Oh God, that's how she pays for college by going to fucking college parties. I love it.
That's a rumor.
It's a rumor. Yeah.
What?
That's what.
Our rumors.
What was that?
I forgot about our rumors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never got any rumors.
I did mention in the session you came in that you needed rumors, but I don't know if they got
No,
to
I.
it because we
No,
did.
I have rumors for that. I'm pretty sure I sent each of you rumors.
Oh wait, yeah, he did. 11:29.
But yeah. That said,
Makes sense.
we can go ahead and recap this movie. All of you had gone to the Spelljammer of sailors, sail the stars, also the ethereal plane, their magical ships, known as Spelljammer. The pilots are also known as Spelljammer. It's not at all confusing.
Wink.
It's, it's like pod racers.
Oh God.
That's been hectic. But as
Spelljammer races?
that would be interesting. Put a pin in that. But as you were going to study for various reasons, well, all of you heard about this Captain Elsie Barrett, and his ship, the Jackalope, which was recruiting for a little bit of privateering for an elf king. And apparently, if you complete this privateering mark, then you will graduate school, as Elsit Barrett had made a bet with Mert Merciless. Mert, the Merciless. The headmaster of the
I want a mert. A mert is the word.
as apparently they believe Mert believed this mark to be incomplete. However, with a loophole in the mark, being that it is apparently for Thay sailors, not Thay ships, and Thay ships being unknown to the region, sailors common. Elsit Barrett believed this is. You guys all signed on for the prospect of just automatically graduating. For some of you, it wanted to skip school entirely, and for some of you, it was because you kept failing to wanted another way to get that diploma. So, you left. You had a crash course of the ethereal plane, which involved you guys dissolving in magic itself and willing yourselves back into existence for about 90. As you...
Except for me, I just exploded.
Yes, except for the cats who exploded over.
It felt great.
That
Absinthe, who has no recollection of it.
Yeah, that 91 days
He was in a
later,
drunken stupor.
was later revealed to be just mere moments left. Plane. As you spent 5 days in the Rock of Brawl, one of the 2 locations you will be privateering, but the other one, Radiant Citadel. The Rock of Brawl is a large asteroid with a lake, grass, and town on it. It has large magical sail fins. At the moment, it lies in the shadow of Saloon, the moon of Abier Hill, as you are on the opposite side of the moon. You spent the 5 days on shore leave, dancing and doing whatnot, fighting, people attempted to mug you, you mugged them instead, and now it is the morning when you would set off again. Set off for the actual privateer.
Get jumped, nerds. Sorry.
As it did, by the way, it did take, so the Spelljammer Academy, for your guys' information, basically at the moment was orbiting on the opposite side of the planet as the moon and the rock. It took what felt like 91 days in the ethereal plane. However, whether or not you aged is really indeterminable. And by that I mean it's players. Whether or not your character aged those 90 days or just like has the those 90 days. But like the physical question. But of course, once you left the ethereal plane, literally moments later, as any astral ship would have had to actually sail around, and it would have taken a month or so to get around. So with this particular journey, it felt like longer. It felt like longer than it would have taken if you did not do spell jamming through the ethereal plane. However, it literally funky. Yeah.
Kind of Doctor Who bullshit.
Sorry.
I said, what kind of Doctor Who bullshit is this?
Dr. Hugh.
It's not full on time travel because like time still goes forward in both instances. It's just that it's a much shorter amount of time than it. But yeah, the timelines don't line up. Yes.
Kudos to the one person that noticed my alteration to the title.
Hey, you altered your title.
Hey man.
Oh, speaking of altering the title, I'll fix the stream title. But yes, so you all, it is the next morning. Next morning after Irina nearly got mugged, quietly stared at the lake while awkwardly conversating. Motion they were. But now, next morning, ship is ready to leave. As you all standing on the pier, looking at Jackalope Spelljammer. This ship that lists to the sides, its sails are in rags. Living tree that's roots were woven together to form to be rotting.
Beautiful.
So we're just like in basically.
No, you are at the pier. Looking
Oh,
at the
my
ship that
apologies.
you're about to.
My brain had
You're a little bit a ways where like no one on the ship would have.
well, believe we have a pirate captain that was intended to, or had talked to and was intended to.
Oh right, yes, you were gonna go and talk to. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah. So you had convinced a particular pirate captain, of Wilhelm over second to join you on your privateering exchange for giving him the at capturing a king ransom. However, he was going to talk to your captain for that.
Before choosing whether or not
Before
he does
choosing
so.
whether or not to join you, because
Oh,
the king being met in person was necessary. Hullabaloo. The night that Irina almost got mugged, Wilhelm, you would have taken Wilhelm to the ship and found out that Captain Barrett was not there at the time. And so, instead, or Wilhelm Barrett, you can see in the distance, you can see that this other schooner, the same similar size to living ship Jackalope that you crew, much better condition and not a living ship, more traditional, a dead tree.
no.
It does also have a. It only has two cannons. One big one in front, that's just like built into the bow, and then one that's on the aft castle that looks kind of like a mortar, but it's longer. It does have that. Which some of you have been fired out of before. In fact, man can.
Oh yeah.
And a cat cannon.
Yes. As
I was actually a bird at the time, but
Remember?
I know. I'm just trying to
you
mess with
see that ship flying its Jolly Roger port, is right next to privateer.
Well,
You can't see onto the decks of either at this point. Like, You can see like just the edges, but like there are parts.
What do you guys think? Should we head up? See what everyone's doing? Goose stretches a little bit. Like mourning, like does like the cat stretch thing. The wings flurl out at the same time. What are you
Peter's
doing?
kind of stretching too. Yeah, let's do that.
Just staring at Goose. I'm like, okay, we're gonna have to talk about this later. But what the fuck happened?
Right, you weren't there.
Obviously.
Ask Absinthe.
Absinthe?
What are you asking me?
What the? Don't you sneeze at him.
No, he sneezes and the feathers like.
What? What about me?
Why does he look different?
Goose is walking off.
To be clear, Rock of Brawl does have a teleportation circle pad that just
Gotcha. So in that aspect, like events of Waterdeep did happen before this, theoretically, or
yes, yeah, they're it's simultaneous.
gotcha. Okay.
I don't know. I was in a. Oh yeah, I went on a mission for him. Had to punch a wooden thingy, then I poked it in the eye.
It wasn't a wooden thingy, but yeah, he retrieved
I don't know.
something for me, and it helped me become this.
Now he's half a bird. Something about 4 halves equal a whole. Didn't make a whole lot of sense.
Anyways, are we going to the are we going to the ship?
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for the potion, Absinthe. Goose. God, I need to stop drinking.
You better not.
Thank you.
Thank you, me.
I think you had that right the first time. I didn't give you anything.
That wasn't your house. No, that was my house. That's right. I did give it to myself. I rolled
did
a nat
can't-
1 on the investigation on whose house it was.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh.
As you guys are kind of talking, you do actually see. At this point, you see like kind of walking to the front of the living ship. See Captain Barrett and Captain Reaver talking. They are currently standing next to him. Reaver is like looking up at Barrett, and Barrett kind of with his like big hat with a big feather coming out of it, standing there kind of very like regal on a very disgruntled and kind of like looking around and gesticulating significantly at you kind of see like Wilhelm just kind of at one of the he kind of like backs up to not get slapped in the face, then he just like vaults up onto the rail of the so that he's like closer to eye level and just kind of like leans back in and
Hi, Goose. Who's the peacock?
Huh? I'm sorry. Who's the peacock?
The one there with the big feather.
Who is he pointing at?
yeah, you follow his eyes to Captain Elsit Barrett. The astral elf privateer captain. Well,
You drunken motherfucker. That's the guy that is giving us the mission. If we complete, like, if we successfully find Thay Not like you, but like basically we have to find zombie sailors, I think. And then we graduate from Spelljammer, essentially.
I think Absinthe had it right. I think it's a peacock.
That sounds fantastic. I don't remember the last probably month and a half.
Yep.
I've been drinking a lot.
You and the chef both.
Well, I mean, I learned how to make alcohol and it just went downhill from there. And now I don't think I can get drunk.
You can definitely get drunk. I just he taps him on the shoulder.
Yeah,
Or like,
as they're kind of like in boiled in that. Irina, you're kind of Irina and
Tira.
you two see that you notice Elsit Barrett kind of like waves his hand and kind of like turns his face kind of away from Wilhelm a moment, and then like Wilhelm like kind of leans backward a moment, stumbles back, clearly drunk. And then like he like does a couple of like quick steps forward to get like directly in front of Elsa Barrett and just like holds up a finger, just speaking with so much faith. Can't quite hear what they're saying. Still too distant and the ear is loud.
Goose, go be our walkie-talkie.
Excuse you.
Well, it's not like it's the first time you've done it.
Correct. There's something that I would prefer to be accompanying the request that I do something that taps into my natural magics. Kind of.
I don't care how you do it. I just want to know what they're saying.
Manners are difficult to teach.
You said the magic word?
I learned everything from you.
Like now?
Brazinga.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Oh wait, no, that's I
fucking.
think that's fire.
That is not the magic word unless you're in the military. Okay. I guess I'm doing a magic thing. Or actually I'll just go invisible and just go up to them. I'm not gonna flock of familiars yet. I'm just going to relay it.
Okay, yeah. How are you relaying it without?
I am not going to relay it until I'm done listening.
Oh, so you're going to... Okay. Yeah. So, Goose disappears and heads off toward... presumably. As the rest of you are still kind of just standing on the pier. Or looking. Yeah, so, Goose, you kind of get on the ship. You hear, Elsit kind of is immediately saying, I don't really care if you call me pompous or whatever. It doesn't matter. The point is, I don't work with pirates. You don't even have a single mark behind your name. And that makes me what? Less trustworthy, less, honorable, is it? Oh, great and honorable privateer. I only attack all the poor helpless sailors to plunder all their money. Only if royalty tells me to. Oh, you're so much more nobler. Let me bow down and kiss your bloody boots. That's kind of what you come in.
Oh boy. Fucking okay. I guess I'll just kind of like. So this seems like a downhill argument from what I can tell.
You do see
Okay.
Seamus. Seamus is currently leaning against. Actually, no. Seamus would. Yeah, Seamus would still be on. You see Seamus on the ship next to it, and he's like organizing.
Gotcha.
So, voice of reason. That is normally Wilhelm.
Oh boy. I guess I'm gonna come uninvisible in my little vest and like just kind of like appear there on like just come uninvisible sitting on the railing next to him.
Since that I will say like since this is ironically after last, so you probably had this like takeover that.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you should have exhaustion or something. But
That's a fair point. That's why we stayed drinking. It happened over the
yeah.
weekend.
We'll basically just say that like this, like you have been invisible. Cats.
Yeah, it's fine.
But yeah. So you become revisible, and Absinthe, Irina, and Keela, and Thura, you all see Goose invisible.
I'll over my shoulder just kind of like pull a finger, like a come here finger, and I'll just now. It sounds like we're having a little bit of an issue here, correct?
Yeah, the two captains turn and look at you. As Elsa Barrett's like,
let's play nice.
Ghost, that's you.
Yes.
Hi, a nice makeover and fashion. Glad you enjoyed the rock and roll.
Yeah.
This is well, it's a problem would be. But it.
No, this is an assurance and an asset to our mission.
Yeah, goddamn right, I'm an asset, you bastard.
You were told who you'd be working with. You're not playing nice. I need you to kindly play nice.
Well, it's a little bit easier to play nice when you're not scorned as soon as you start talking.
That is what I am attempting to address.
I simply said I do not work with anyone without a mark. It's important for privateers to trustworthy. Well, this one is less than.
We will solve this through a simple evaluation of who trusts who. You trust me, correct? I'm talking to Barrett.
Well, I trust you well enough. Been a good crew member, but there hasn't been a lot of chances for me to develop mystery.
There's been plenty of things that could have been done.
Resounding way to inspire real loyalty in your crew, Captain. I see you really are fantastic at that. Else it just like slowly looks.
So for the record, I have been in battle with this captain over here. I trust him with my life. We flew out of a cannon together. Actually, that one.
At this point, Absinthe, Irina, and you guys are like walking to the front of the ship, like you're on the deck.
Mm-hmm.
What about the cannon?
Establishing a little bit of bearings
talking
for
about when
trust.
you and him flew out the cannon?
Yes, when we were going after a bounty.
Good times.
It was one of our earlier incursions?
Encounters.
Encounters, that's the one. Thank you.
Yes,
So,
I very much remember that. That was when I found out how good I am at speedbagging.
so the point it comes down to, I am trustworthy. I trust him. He is offering his assistance as a sign of appreciation for my interactions with him and my assistance that I've given him on hunting bounties. And thus, it will help us with our inquiry.
Builds. Certainly an unexpected turn of
I don't feel there is going to be any combat more than you have currently said so. However, it is not a badly placed bet to put in failsafes.
But what happens when we do not have a significant ship to plunder, when our target is the size we expect it to be, and, well, this scurvy dog's whistle is not vetted?
Well, the whistle is being vetted by the fact that I am asking him to. And by the fact that when I say there will be benefits, there will be. It doesn't matter whether or not our inquiry ends up large or small. I'm providing his whistle wetting. So act as if it is a guaranteed.
Go ahead and make a honor persuasion. And you can use like you can expend a Spelljammer.
Okay.
Barrett is a member.
I'm sorry. I wasn't laughing at that. Sorry.
I was laughing at the whistle wedding.
You said honor persuasion? Okay. What is how do I spend like renown for that?
Every 2 renown you spend is a +1.
Gotcha.
And that's a temporary spending. Like your renown that you have, right? That's your total. And you regain that. Oh shoot, I can't actually remember. I think it's
on a month or something.
I think it's at the end of the month.
I think it's extended rest because it's end of the month in Tales from Waterdeep. That's when you get an
Yeah.
So I think it's just extended.
Okay. Yeah, fuck it. I'll extend 2 of that my Spelljammer renown to pop it up to a 20 flat.
Oh. Very well then. I will trust the kitty cat on my crew. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't.
He's
Well,
my cat.
Captain River. Suppose it will be a pleasure sailing with.
Does he have like a disturbed look on his face when I just look at is he facing towards me or towards like away from me when he does that?
He's kind of like just like turned so like he's a 45 from home.
Gotcha. I'll do if I can just a minor illusion of just like a little cat face pops up like behind his shoulder so that way Reaver can see it. I'll just wink and then disappears, like with a smirk on its face. Like,
Of course, it'll be grand sailing with ya. As Reaver, like his for a moment, his eyes do seem to move away from Elsit's face and
Mhm.
Cat. It'll be a pleasure sailing with ya, but by all means, ya pompous get. If you want to use proper names, may as well use my proper name. Wilhelm McSalty Jack, Ed Red Bonnie Fitz Sean of the Red Clover, and Tread Fitz O Lily O Black Heart in Reaver O Arseface O Reaver the Second. Sailing with ya, all grand, under a noble privateer.
The fuck did he just say?
that's his noble name.
Can I just call you Will?
Reaver is fine. I think.
Reaver. Either way.
Either's fine. I don't mind what you. But of course, you, fellow noble. I expect the full name each time. As Wilhelm hops down off the banister and starts just trotting over.
I like
now
him.
that both parties are satisfied.
As he gets to the gangplank, he stops, turns around, looks at where his ship is on the opposite side of the jackalope,
Mhm.
and looks at the rigging for a second, and then just starts walking back across the ship. As he does, he pulls out what I think it probably was once a cutlass, but instead it's broken off. That it's the dagger. Cuts some rigging and just gets pulled by the rigging into the sky and gets flung to the sail beam of his.
So he pulled some Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, pretty much. He lands there. I'm sure you can retie that, Captain. As he off.
Hi, Raver.
Unseen servant.
Do you got any more of that? Do you got any more of that drink? From when we went after Blue.
Drink.
Can I come with you? Are we going with him or are we going with the peacock?
He's coming with us.
Well, I still need people to crew my ship, please. I recruited you for a reason.
Yep.
There's let's go with absinthe.
Do you have alcohol on your ship?
Yes.
No, we don't have a drop. It's grog, of course, to keep you the scurvy away, but we run a very tight ship. He says that as the cook is currently stumbling into the galley with a large barrel of, and very clearly
I'll be back. I'll be back. I think I found some of my people.
I didn't realize halflings and fairies were related. I think I need to research my fae more. What kind of an elf?
Sounds like you need to research a lot of things.
Yeah, it goes pretty far up the grapevine. Actually, I'm pretty sure.
All the way to fermentation.
Yeah. You guys.
It's a fermented grapevine, but
This time, you're sailing through the astral. As the sails are open, as their multicolored sheen, as if sheen on top of oil is, as if a sheen of oil atop of water is just as this sheen looks across your sails, as they catch the ethereal wind. And by pure magic. You notice for the first time that the leaves on the tree the aft castle, they're also blowing, but no breeze.
I'm gonna start cranking out unseen servants to assist with various tasks around the ship.
Absinthe is
Unseen
hanging
Servant is
out
a
with.
level of the spell, isn't it?
It is a ritual spell.
Ah,
So every 10 minutes, I pop one up.
as sail out and see some bright stars at different places. Abiar Toril slowly behind you. All right, everyone, open her up more. We are getting underway. Once you leave the planet behind, you can really catch the wind.
Ooh, we're gonna go, aren't we?
As
The cat is like just on the back of like the railing, like watching behind, like.
start clipping. Much faster pace than you have ever moved in an atlas or most other instances.
Gotta go fast.
Yes. You guys are heading out. The sea of stars in front of you. You can see it's about about three unseen servants later, and about half an hour, and you passed so that the shape of Abiar Toril is going like but a plate. And new astral body view far away at the moment. And you're not heading home. But you do
Wait.
see enemy.
Is the planet flat? This is Goose like looking back at it, like, no, this is like just him like sitting there like that. It looks like a plate to him. He's like, is it flat? Absinthe, come look at this. The planet's flat.
Oh no.
What do you mean the planet is flat?
Look, it looks like a dumb plate. Actually, a little bit of context of how I like. There we go. Look, the damn thing's flat. It's a plate. Look.
That's not how it works.
What do you mean? It's like circular and it's flat.
Yeah, no, Absinthe, you don't see this.
No, but
You're drinking too much, man.
there's Faerun. Wait.
Faerun?
The continent of Faerun, it's not there. There's only
Oh.
There's only the continent of Mazteca.
What's a Mazteca? Intelligence of 6, baby.
Your jacket kind of falls off of the arena, and then like almost melts to the floor and becomes flat. As I turn into a map.
I'm the map.
As basically like, I mean, it's
Ew.
not like a fine cartographer's map or anything, but it's a rough map of the place. And with very large labels. There's the mega continent that Shaka, Sakara, her core are all connected. And then the other side, separated by large, is as continent of Mazteca, Oncherome above Mazteca, and
Oh, it's on the bottom.
this other like
Yeah, it's just on the bottom. You know how like the sea where you have like those really big waves? It's because you're going over the edge. You go around and then you go to the other one.
So smart.
Did he hit his head that bad in the arena?
No. Hold on. He reaches into his pocket and he's gonna pull out a coin. And you're like, so like one side, Toral, is it? Faerun. For the record, I'm
He's
intentionally
having an aneurysm.
Faerun, and then Tateka. Right? So like as you go over like you know those like huge waves that are in the ocean, and like when you like start like going through like huge storms and stuff, it's because it's on the edge. Perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah, cat and map.
Yeah. See, he gets it. It's two faces of it. That's why there's two main continents.
I turned back into a head, and then kind of like shift as if being pushed by the rocket of the ship back to.
I pick him up.
Yeah, do you put me back on?
Yeah. What kind of hat is it
Yeah,
though?
it's a
It's a beanie. It's just a thick beanie.
yeah, it's like those old sailor caps where like it's a kind of like a beanie, but then it like
Yeah.
I had a doggo
it
first.
has like a golden moon and star pendant, kind of like.
Yeah. Okay.
As the pendant kind of hangs next to your speaker, I do whisper to you.
Yeah, Hirix told me about that.
I don't mind if
While holding the coin.
I don't mind if Goose continues to completely go about it. Personally, that is a ball.
For the record, can I like perception check? You know where I am. I've messaged you where I am.
Yes,
already.
go ahead.
Fucking nat 20.
Yeah, you do.
Just like, yeah, no, Goose might not have been paying attention during that lesson with Dad, so.
Goose will put the coin back, or the coin back away, and the bracelet around Irina's wrist will tighten just a little bit.
Goose, come on. It's not a plate.
Huh?
It's not a plate.
It's not a pint? Is that what you said? I'm sorry. Say a plate. Oh. Yeah. He tightens just a little bit.
Goose, it's not.
Okay, it's not a plate. I know. And goes back to watching behind, and just crosses his legs a little bit, and just sits there for a minute watching.
I hug his dumb ass.
It's like the squish when you hug an
I
animal.
imagine Thera, Absinthe, and the cook are currently below decks getting hammered on the cooking wine that the chef has bought.
Hey, it is for cooking. It's just for the chef so that they can focus.
Yeah. As
He eats the
Guys.
seasoning, the wine.
if Thera and Absinthe, you guys would are you guys drinking responsibly, or are you just like getting drunk?
What do they ever do?
Absinthe.
There is no
Are we-
responsibly with absinthe.
Okay.
Goose, what the fuck?
One of
Absinthe is just
absinthe's
like
flaws
floating
is
in a barrel of wine.
Frère Jacques, Frère Jacques.
And Thera?
For the
I'm-
record,
I'm drinking at a fairly good clip as well.
for the record, Absinthe, at this level, you can get drunk still.
Yep.
Okay, he's
so,
enjoying the fact that he
yeah.
can.
I was really hoping they're
Go ahead,
there.
both of you, and make Constitution saving throws for me.
Uh-oh.
Actually, can I have an unseen servant acquire me a thing of alcohol?
Excuse me, bitch. I can't drink, you can't drink.
Yes, you can, but like as it's like kind of like it fails to retrieve several times, and then eventually you go and like check on it, and you realize that every time it attempts it, the chef is like nah, and like keeping the like back.
Gotcha.
And
I
yeah,
just-
like basically
While I'm down there checking on it, I'll just go invisible and take one because it turns invisible when I thing. And so, like, when he snags it one of the times and sets it down or whatever,
yeah.
I'll just like in front of him, just
I'm just gonna go
He's-
below deck for no
Yeah,
reason.
He's kind of just like sitting there like these freaking ghosts or invisible deckhands or whatever. It's important that we keep the booze off the deck. That idiot, right? Points directly up to where is the top of the aft castle, where it is probably standing. It's a clean ship-shape ship, and there ain't no drunkards here. That's what.
Absinthe. You couldn't be heard. Your mic was off.
And keep the booze down here. Damn it.
You're talking about
Wait,
the
so
peacock, right?
we have to keep the alcohol hidden or drinking of it.
As
I'm just sitting on the counter, crisscross, or not crisscross, but like legs crossed, dangling off the edge.
yes,
Does this work? And I'll go back invisible.
he kind of like looks at the booze he's drinking.
You seeing things,
Not worth
Cook?
giving you. And he just goes back to drinking as if you were never there.
Bless your heart. I'll start sipping.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and you'll go ahead and make a save as well. Irina, you said you were kind of like checking below
Oh,
deck as
I need
well.
to save.
Yeah,
Are
I
you,
want to
like-
steal the cook's drink
Yeah, are you
as he
just,
tries.
like, looking around to, like the corner, just trying to just steal booze by like
So
without getting spotted?
my
It's
con
just-
save is a nat 20.
Okay.
I
We'll get
specifically
back to
want
the
to
concept.
steal.
Yeah. Did I read it?
I specifically want to steal the cook's drink as he's like pouring it. Like, into his mouth.
Yeah. So, like, just as he is pouring it into his tankard, you just like, for a moment there, he's just like looking at it, and then you just watch his face slowly crumple and crumple with more and more. As like he finishes pouring it and then just turns it over and nothing. As yeah, Irina, you like sneak off.
Irina will-
Go ahead, Irina. Make a make a stealth check for that, and I think Goose, you're the only one who cares. So go ahead and make a perception check.
Would I have advantage because I'm on her hand?
Oh, that's fair. Right. I keep forgetting. You being in multiple places.
Wink.
A little confusing. Yeah.
Constitution,
I mean,
dexterity.
yeah, then at that point, you would just. I mean, yeah. So yeah, Irina, make a stealth check and go ahead and have. Actually, Irina, sleight of hand. A dexterity sleight of hand, because you have to keep it hidden from your bracelet.
My sleight of hand is 9, and my dexterity is a +3.
Oh,
So-
just use the sleight
It's
of hand
just
bonus.
Okay, then 9.
Total?
9.
Or just roll?
I rolled a 13.
13 plus 9.
Okay, I'm so tired.
That's okay. Yeah.
I rolled an 18 plus 0. So, like.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, like basically, Goose, like, Irina, you're just kind of like, yeah, walking below deck, and you're just going back to the bunks, basically. And as you pass by, you just like, grab the like tankard inside of your or whatever. As yeah, it just starts filling up as you like looked in the room as you pass by. Yeah. So go ahead, everyone. On saves. Absinthe, you got a nat 20. I got that. Thera, what was your save?
It was 10.
10. Okay. And
I rolled. Mine was a 16.
okay.
And I did use my familiar stats because it's the familiar body that's drinking it.
Oh no.
And
Gonna get swole.
yeah.
I rolled a 3.
Okay.
Oh no!
Are you taking part of the which alcohol does everyone take? Absinthe. The choices are the cooking wine.
Probably both, to be perfectly honest.
Which one is I'll do the cooking wine because it seems like that's kind of like the special stuff that's brought on.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's the cooking wine or like lime grog. Lime grog. Not like get drunk on it.
Oh, lime grog. Ooh.
Yes.
Tasty.
Irina, you have wine. And Keela, grog.
I'm gonna say grog.
Irina's
yeah.
or
It's an old
Thera's
trick that ships used to do, which actually like lowers the vitamin C. It's long. But yeah. So Keela fail. So you get you are drunk. So you are under the poisoned effect, except you have advantage on throws again.
Okay.
you ain't do well.
But you have disadvantage on all skills. And I think attack rolls, but look that poison itself. Absinthe. Everyone who did this long, and I forgot. I still don't have my dice out. Oh, okay. Everyone who had grog gets 8 points of temporary HP. And Goose, you just had the wine. You get 5 points of temp HP.
Ooh.
Goose, the wine gives you a +1 charisma. Grog does not give any bonuses.
Perfect.
Absinthe, since you said you were having both, Absinthe, go ahead and make another con save. See if you get the buff from wine.
15.
15? Yes. Then you will get the +1 charisma. Um, yeah. So only so. Yes, because Keela's drunk, she's poisoned, but she has advantage on saving throws against fear. That's not something. Nina, you're drinking this full tankard wine. It's not good cooking.
Mm.
Aroma is kind of sour. And done.
Huh.
Kind of, you stand up expecting to be a bit wobbly or anything.
Does she look okay?
You don't even realize anything's wrong. Manages to drink it without you really noticing that it's a problem. Basically, I imagine like you take the tankard and like just pour it into like a water skin or something.
I'm focused in on the familiar, and I don't have my senses. Yeah.
And
Like, I stole it mostly to fuck with the chef, but also I was like, yeah, like let's see if this works. And what the fuck?
oh,
I'm not allowed to drown my sorrows with booze.
Not at 15, you're not.
Well, apparently my body says that I can't.
Goose is not as well. Goose, as a 15-year-old mimic thing, like, chose not to. But Goose is as a cat, which is or as a familiar, which is unbeknownst to how old they are.
so yeah, strange. Then, all right, everyone, get above deck. We are, well, the bells are chiming.
What's the bell for?
As you, you can hear that coming from above deck. That wasn't the. As you guys head above deck, you can see, at this moment, oh, I just realized I used accent. The bell is a chiming. As you guys come above deck and you see Captain Elsit Barrett standing at the bow bell. As it is quietly, he turns around. This, where we enter the ethereal quickly, as he pulls out of a spell scroll and unfurls it. Now, tear the crystal sphere asunder. Get a little bit of treasure. As he begins reading off the scroll, begins to.
I'll just come uninvisible next to him. To get a bit of treasure, what do you mean?
To get sailors to find the. I detected a ship and now I'm going through. I need to do this quick. As the thing begins to. As
I'm just observing the process.
The spell scroll goes up in flames. That smoke drifts off because it's colored and then touches space in front of you. As then a multicolored rift. Into the ethereal plane we go. Rift in. Again,
do my magical eyes get a school of magic out of that?
Oh, yes, it'd be, I mean, it's the same school as teleportation. That's conjuration, right?
I think so.
Um, yeah, I believe it's conjuration.
I think so.
Basically, I mean, basically, he just used a spell scroll to open a portal into.
That's fine. I was just curious.
As you enter the ethereal plane, and again, ship rests on sea or on the river. Phlogiston. And see other rivers of as you are farther away from a whatnot, the phlogiston, like, it was almost like a large lake. Now there are rivers disconnected from as you see in front of you the distance. Same way. As then the Peregrine, the other astral ship that you're Wilhelm in it, entered behind you. For you, as Elsit Barrett, just kind of like tosses the telescope to one of you. Spy it out, see what we've got. And, tosses
Hey,
it to Thera.
Hey, Paladin. You guys are good at. Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna say that it bonks me in the head because at some point I went unconscious from drinking. Because unfortunately, I do have to head out right.
No, that's actually a good shout. Then, actually would have tossed to
Okay.
Okay. I look through it.
As you look through, you see the white sails flying above it. You see a flag with a red star in the middle of it. And at the front, cannon. Go ahead and roleplay amongst yourself. Right back.
Ooh.
Got a cannon.
Irina, wait, they have a cannon? How
Yep.
big?
I don't know. You look.
Since I'm on your wrist, I'll just. Oh. That's kind of similar to Wilhelm's. Oh, we need to steer clear of that, for sure. We've seen those in use. I don't know. That's not the personnel cannon. I can't quite see through a little bit. I'll have to check in another second real quick. When the render distance is back to tell me what is there. So we'll have to get closer for me to scout out, because I can see their magical signature, but
Well, before a bunch of shit goes down, some point you're gonna have to tell me what the fuck happened and no more secrets.
I may have had a little bit of a identity crisis, and absinthe helped bring the problem back to a location I could deal with it.
You didn't ask me for help?
I posted it as a job posting. Something a little.
I don't think he really trusts us very much.
You saw that thing, absinthe.
And I
You saw
handled
what
it
it was
just fine,
doing.
didn't I?
How do I kindly say that you have a very unique set of skills with dealing with
And I will find you.
powerful net. You did. Absinthe helped retrieve this body.
I broke its knot.
Actually, it one of the eyes on him will turn from the normal. The other thing I almost forgot to mention about Goose is that his eyes are normally like a deep red,
Mhm.
with like with his pupils and things. Actually, Kiarl, I do have a new, an updated image of what he looks like for the most part.
Okay.
But I'll send that to you in a minute when I get a sec. But for a moment, on one of the sides, a scar reforms, and in the iris, or like in the eye, it clouds over into a blue with a like white, like heterochromic center.
What happened?
Hard to explain, except for one of my forms, or part of me, went rogue. Got too powerful for me to control, and or for a moment at least, and went a little rampant in a forest. Goose, or Absinthe, and some others retrieved him. Now he's back with me.
It would have helped you.
I know it wasn't that, like, yeah, I didn't want you to. It was more of just I thought it was easier to pay some other people. I didn't even go personally. I couldn't, for some basic reasons of it being part of me. I couldn't face it. It wasn't like a personal thing with you. It wasn't a personal thing with him. He just happened to see the job. Apparently, some people tried to trap him in a bottle, thinking he was what I was talking about. But
I'm your friend.
it's, yes, you are my friend. It wasn't a thing that I asked any of my friends to do. I didn't ask Absinthe. I didn't ask anybody that went. Actually, I think you've seen one of the people. Actually, Blue ended up helping retrieve it. I put out word for some mercenaries. I didn't want to know who went. I didn't want to know everybody that like went into it, because I knew it was excessively dangerous, more than me at the time. It took out the first party that went. Figured it was easier to sign a paper saying there'd be a reward, and I just had a group that I didn't quite know who was choosing to get into it, but they were well informed from my knowledge of what was going on, of what they were looking for, and as I found out about its capabilities, I updated the posting.
I would want to help you with that kind of stuff.
I know. You also were kind of like busy with some other stuff. I didn't quite catch where you went, whether you went to Herix or if you went somewhere else, but I was actually with you the day that it happened for the most of the day. It does. I do have some like pretty neat like things because of it. It sprouted its own magical capabilities beyond what I am capable of. It's I guess it would be easier to just show. And the blue, like from the one eye, will pool into the other eye, almost as if like a gap had been like released, and all but the iris of the other eye goes blue, and or all but the inner edge of the iris goes blue. I am mayhem. The face very much less expressive, more calculated, like looking around, analyzing the situation, and holding extremely still compared to Goose's normal bouncy self.
Neat.
I am told to show some of what I can do. Did you have questions?
No, it's fine. I walk off.
Go ahead and say that scene took place.
That's fair.
As, like, you guys discussed that onto the backdrop. Shifting colors of one section. But as you would have actually known. Particularly Aryan. As now that you're in the ethereal plane, back at that very moment, looking through the telescope. Of course, as I said, see that flag. That flag with a red circle in the middle, star shape. Very center. The red circle with almost lightning patterns across it. Spiraling line. 7, 8 dots. The very middle is a star with a almost crackling star negative picture of this. So, as see that flying above ship with sizable tail self. As
I love Absinthe's little picture above that. I appreciate it.
this is this ship, just by looking, from this distance, tell that the sails are not in bags. If you want to actually size it up, different. Quality.
Is it's like a substantial distance away, correct?
Yes.
Would it be infeasible for me to like essentially like bolt there, like fly, like I fly faster than the ship, don't I? Because I fly at a total of 120 when dashing.
For this instance, I would probably count this as kind of like a thing, so but have a limited number of dashes.
Yeah.
But the living ship has a speed of 40. So,
gotcha. So I do still fly a little bit faster regularly.
You do fly faster than living ship. That is that's at maneuver. With coasting speed, it would like Yes, you would be able to you would be able to move
Hey, up to
faster,
it.
though catching up to the far ship
Mhm.
would take a lot. It is at this distance it far over a valley.
Okay.
It's pretty much like almost her
Okay.
distance.
Okay. If we can get closer, I can scout out. Would I know from my experience if undead give off a magical signature on my vision?
Oh, yeah, it depends on the undead. Irina, for instance, doesn't. But
Got
like a skeleton, where like the only thing animating them is magic. It kind of depends on how much magic. When it comes to
Got-
like Irina, most of her organs function, and then magic is just but when it comes to like a skeleton, literally everything is done by
Yeah. If we can get, or I'll say this to the captain. If we can get in closer, I can get eyes on any magical entities. If there's any undead.
By all means, we will be getting much closer indeed. Irina, girl, what have you seen?
There was a cannon.
Cannon, right?
It was.
Anything special about that cannon?
I did attempt to look through it while like we were role playing. And like
Okay, well,
I didn't
go ahead.
know how I would do that.
Go ahead, look through it, make a perception check.
Nice, that's a 14.
Yeah. So,
It's high for me.
this ship does, like, for one, it's kind of like sleek, and it's built forward towards a mast. Whereas the Peregrine kind of looks like it was retrofitted the front cannon. This other ship's cannon does look than the Peregrine's, even though it's difficult to tell how big distant, at least.
Right.
But the cannon, it's got like ornate metalwork that also goes on the outside of the well, as probably something on the end. This ship is more like that was built to.
It's I'll whisper in his, or like say in his ear, more of a cannon than ship.
Aha! Huzzah! We
ornate-
have found ourselves a bombard the ship. That is a surprise. Well, what's the flag? Is it even pertinent to us?
A surprise. It's a cannon the size of a ship.
I've seen these before. They're bombards. It's a very marvelous ship. Maybe we can go and take a look. It's not a passenger ship, so this is probably not. We need to know the flag. Double check and then. Girl, what was the flag?
Irina, can you see the flag?
Here you go, Goose. I don't care.
Well, you saw the flag, I thought.
I don't remember. I think it was red.
It's in table 0.
I know.
Okay.
You say red, like his facial expression does change. Like he was kind of just jolly and dismayed. But as you said, say red, like.
Irina, details, design. What does it have on it? Like,
Making me remember shit. Jeez.
She, like.
It's like a spiral.
I relay this. Yes.
he kind of like rushes forward to Nick, and takes the telescope. Right. Ah, that right there is the impossible. Something that could never be found. That. He kind of like pulls out the telescope
Wait.
and like kind of
Hold
holds it
up.
in front of you guys' stuff. Like pointing it at the ship. Mark, is that
Stop.
the memo?
Stop.
Did he
Real
find a
quick.
fashion sense?
Hold on. Hey. No. So that's what we're looking for.
Mark that flag to memory. That is the thing.
That's the thing. That's fantastic. So we need to get that flag. We don't have to engage with them, correct?
No, we need sailors. The flag
Ah,
is pointless.
okay.
Anyone could make a flag. We need sailors. We need
That's
proof.
cool.
No,
So
doesn't
here's
mind
the
that,
main
doesn't mind
problem.
that. This is a fight.
No. Stop. Here's the problem. You said no combat. We're not fitted for that. That's a fucking cannon with sails.
Kind of like, but it's loaded down. Can't you see?
A cannon can shoot when loaded down. The only meaning to that is that it has to turn around within the thousands of feet we are from it.
All we have to make sure is that the phlogiston has not built up below deck, and we will be fine. We can take a shot from a bomb. But then, by the way, it's going the other direction. We have the wind behind us.
Hey, Goose.
Yes.
Do you remember this Spelljammer test?
Yes, I do.
Can
I
we
like
do that
where you're
again?
Ooh. That might be it. Are you up for a
As
little bit of an
Edson starts
unorthodox?
looking around for any sort of an asteroid or anything.
Yeah, you kind of look around.
Oh. I thought you were talking about the Togashi Maru.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about too.
I
Either
think
way, though.
I have an interesting idea. Will they identify this ship definitely as not one of their own if it was, like, theoretically, would they have a ship like this?
No, not they are brutish. They do not care about the natural, the elegance.
But
would they procure one?
But if the Magic Man made our flag look like their flag, wouldn't they think that we're one of them and we could get up on them?
Exactly my question.
I mean, it personally, they and
That's my-
Delvin do
that's
not
why.
mix.
This is why I liked Reaver better. I wanted to ride with him.
River's
He's
behind
more-
this, isn't he?
Yeah, Reaver
He's
is
more
behind you.
he's more down for
Why don't we let the
shenanigans.
combat ship move up front?
And let the pirate take all the glory. No, never. This is
No. Stop. This isn't about glory. This is about survival.
This is about the
In
king.
addition to the fact that we will get what we need. We will get our mark. That is what he's here to help us with.
Mark, it is about patriotism. It is about freeing the continent.
So
from
what's the point of
vile
him
undead
being here?
fiends.
So what is wrong with him taking the front line as a assistant to this mission?
The honor in that. He's a pirate. He cares nothing for the cause.
Then what's the point of him being here?
But meanwhile, there's honor in running away.
Well, from
So
this angle, they are
here
the ones
is
running. We have no
here
right
is
to
my
run.
problem. Here is my problem. Your primary source of your firepower currently is outsourced material. Correct? We are from the land. We are from the land of what was the thing?
Get her done.
We are from Faerun, correct?
Is that
We're from the Spelljammer Academy. We are from a privateer source, and we are the primary source on your ship.
Aye, very true. Your
You want
friend is
the mission.
so first. I know this well.
So I will have you know this. Are you familiar with the Tamagotchi Maru?
It is called the Sardax, but yeah.
Oh, are you familiar with the Sardak?
But of course I am. We all took the Sardax.
Hey, that's fantastic. You might have heard the rumors. Me and that guy there won it. So listen.
Almost won it. I still think they cheated. I almost blew up the ship.
I was there too.
Yeah, she was there
Simulation
too. She
glitch.
helped.
Yeah, what the fuck?
We're at Spelljammer on a contract because of that.
Still good.
You wanna check me? You check when we get back to Spelljammer. I am dead serious. But right now, you listen to the strategists, the people who almost won that, and we take this motherfucker down in the name of your king.
Half a second, and we'd have done it. Oh, but I'm faster now.
You are faster now. Exactly, which means we can pull this off if you listen.
Wait. Do we? I bet you. I'll bet you.
I'm like standing on like the pew, like cat. Like now, you listen.
Absinthe is just floating there, kind of half drunk. He's doing like that wobble, but he's like floating side to side.
Yeah, he's like.
Go
I love
ahead.
that.
I'll bet you Reaver has grenades for me again.
Reaver has grenades, and Reaver has a man cannon.
Hey, yeah.
You have
Go
actual
ahead.
cannon?
He does.
Go ahead and make a.
I'm making this captain my first mate is what's going on here.
Go ahead and I think make a
Just a
I'll
persuasion.
go ahead and say a charisma persuasion check.
Yeah. It's a 24.
Now I very much understand. You think you are hot shit, and by all means, I do not think you are. However, you may have almost completed that test. A test that is not supposed to train anyone or test anyone on whether or not they can win, to test someone on whether or not they can lose the race. So I don't think that's as big of a brag as you think it is, as I felt.
That's a fair point.
One of the
You'll
founders
let-
of the Spelljammer. I am one of the privateer captains. I understand that you are popular amongst the students.
We
But
are?
there are some things that outweigh good luck. And that would be experience.
That's a fair point.
He is experienced,
I
though.
will, however, give way to the point of yes. Very few on this crew are ill.
Wouldn't be fair to hold all these good men to being disadvantaged in the fight just because of your honor.
Pessimist. It's
Biggest cannon should be in front. At least side by side.
At the end of the day, what you need to know about this group is the difficult we do immediately, the impossible we do in moments. So you can fuck off and help us, or fuck off back home and us and Reaver will fucking do it.
no. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you're drunk. But your tongue is fully loose. That is very unbecoming. A member of my crew. I will have you
His
know
tongue's always loose.
that this is. I appreciate your capabilities. However, I am the captain. You should have more trust, more respect behind your words.
And you brought us on because we're specialists in dealing with this.
I brought you on because you joined my crew. Few others would sign up.
He did join us later in the journey. He is also a little
I got
weary.
asked to be here.
Correct. I did. I asked him. That is correct.
My point that this still my ship.
Very well.
I thank you for your insight. However, a 4 cannon, indeed a powerful cannon, even when it is on the first class. Peregrine. However, it is not a broadside. We have broadside. Broadsides, for one, are shorter range. Because of that, we will need to get in the range of our broadside if we have any hope of going down the vessel. The Peregrine has a 4 cannon, sure. A man cannon, fine for boarding. So, that is... It's better to have them surrender before you board. I find myself. We use chain shot in the broadside, brings out the mast, makes them a city. It is
We
still
may
something
have-
that we can get the glory. We can do the proper thing and not fully at the whim of pirates.
Would you be opposed to me to trusting me to guide us a little bit?
Guide us how? Where are we going?
Well, how wide is the ship? Like this way,
The ship would be, I think it's 10 foot.
10 foot wide. Is it like 10 foot on either side
No, sorry.
for a total of 20? Okay. Well, I may be able to provide us with a significant amount of camouflage. I have a spell that can give us a bubble of darkness. The only downside, while they won't be able to see us in it and will blend in with the background of the night sky, is that theoretically those without the sight enhanced to see through it won't.
Still, yeah. The slight problem with that is, well, with all this magic flowing around the ethereal plane, darkness is not going to stay our backdrop the whole way. The astral plane, yes, is just kind of space. The ethereal plane is like kind of 50%.
Okay.
There are like large objects and stuff drifting through space, the astral or ethereal plane. So like that'd work in certain instances for extended pursuit.
Right.
And
Get over
kind of
it.
to answer the looping back to a plan of absinthe, you do look around, and there are some larger objects that theoretically pull behind you. However, they are outside. They are outside of the ethereal river stream of magic.
You need to get over your pirate prejudice and your weird Zuko honor issues.
or what. I am not saying that we should ride ahead and expose ourselves. I recognize
think
that my crew is
we-
completely unwilling. However, I am not saying that the pirate go first. That is a good way to make them feel like they have dibs.
Strategic.
I believe that it might be pertinent for us to allow our captain to make his educated decision. I'll just look at him, knowing that he knows what I mean. Like his choice, perfectly fine.
I don't really have a problem with his choice or anything right now. I just think his prejudice is getting really old.
Prejudice against the was no code of honor or respect or justice. Not prejudice.
They're just
Saying a
different.
criminal is a criminal.
He is here to serve a purpose. He is here to back us up in what we are doing.
Precisely. And the tool should be wielded as it is best used.
Okay.
I would not strike an iron before it is hot. We are the fire. The hammer of these pirates, yes, vital to winning you. However, is unneeded risk towards the success operation if we allow the pirates on too long of a leash.
The leash is only as long as only as long as the concept of if they do loot or essentially step out of line, their bounty for assistance will be at
Risk.
jeopardy. Yes, that one too. They understand that.
Well, keep us
And
sailing at
that's-
the clip. Best clip you can get. Be available.
Indeed.
Catch the ship. As he looks forward, sail forward.
We're very
Day
disobedient.
passes. You guys have gained some ground. As you are, it's still probably about a mile away, but that's better than the 4 it was before.
How far is is Reaver's ship behind us?
Like right on you.
Okay.
At this point, it's at this point, Wilhelm is kind of just yelling over. For fuck's sake, you Captain, we have been sailing for a whole day with them in our lines. We can catch them. Why the frick are you sailing so slow? We are not sailing slow. We are sailing at as fast as the 3 can go. We are catching them, are we not? We are catching them, but we will catch them in a week.
Because of trust issues, Wilhelm.
Speaking with V's everywhere. They are loaded down with gold. Loaded to the brim, I say. I can see that from here. They are moving far too slow for that cannon to allow. And we have completely lost the element of surprise because we've been behind them for a full day. I don't see why the frick we're still going slow. At this point, I don't even see why we're here.
Wilhelm, it's because of trust issues.
Frickin' trust issues are making your ship slow.
Can Irina?
Mm-hmm.
Information should be given in a time when it might not backfire.
Yeah, but how's that entertaining?
When we
Seamus does kind of like nod to that answer, and then kind of comes up behind Wilhelm, puts his hand on his shoulder. I says, as much as I don't fully agree with all of you, I do agree with my captain. Captain Barrett. Is this truly as fast as your ship? I tell it in rags. I tell it's about to sink. Is this truly it? I'll say Barrett kind of like looks back. It's not good enough. People catch them before they reach the Radiant Citadel. Or if
We don't know if they have any reinforcements or if they've communicated.
Well, they have communicated. Nature of the ethereal plane leaves them somewhat to our whims. Plus, considering that no one even expected them there to be one ship. I highly doubt there's another.
The impossible's already happened. It could happen more.
But two impossible things are yet magnitudes more impossible than just one.
Okay, but with Goose and I, impossible happens a lot.
And finding one ship does mean that there's destination, and if that thing is loaded as much as it is what we've been informed, it would make sense if they had an escort, at least somebody meeting them.
Bombarded with an escort. Very surprised at that. Someone meeting them, sure, but we are still days out. We will be able to catch them far before anything. The mark says that we are going after diplomats. We are going after the Thay trying to expand their authority, power. Problematic
Okay, but what are we after right now?
We are after that ship that is loaded down with gold. Clearly diplomats, that is the most protection you could reasonably expect.
Okay. Then we need to get them with as much gap between them and their allies as possible.
And we will. We cannot
No.
go any faster.
Looking around, is there enough space for the ship to pull, like for a Wilhelm ship to pull around?
Yes, there would be.
Captain, let me understand for a second the meaning or the rules of our contract. We assist in you acquiring your diplomats that you need, and we successfully do so. We get the full graduation from Spelljammer, correct? And our reward.
The bet with Barrett is not the same as the mark itself. The mark itself, yes, just getting the diplomats, the sailors. The
Right.
bet with Mert, the merciless, is that I can manage to capture the Thay. Then my crew graduate.
Fantastic. We are part of your crew, correct?
Hey, you are my entire crew. Much?
Okay. So, Wilhelm, pull the ship around.
Excuse me.
I'm talking to the person I hired. Thank you.
Damn.
Let's catch these guys and complete the agreed upon deal that I have made.
Goose, did you just get onto that ship and leave us?
I believe Wilhelm is here on this ship, correct?
No, they were shuttling from ship.
Then yeah, I'll like be flying back and forth, and then I'll just fly over and say that to Wilhelm.
Can I just go with Wilhelm?
Wilhelm, you know that you need me to meet the king. I will have to send a message myself.
If you hold anything ransom, then your crew will have a bit of a problem with that. Respectfully, you should agree with the way that things can turn out for both your crew to be comfortable and for you to get your mark.
But what comfort is there other than wait? It is just some more time. Patience.
You said a few days from where they're getting to, correct? What happens in those couple of days? Some ship is coming to meet them just outside of port, and then we have to
This
deal
is
with
a
more.
one-way river. This current we are in is separated from all of the other astral currents. If they
So-
were coming this way, they'd be sailing. Look, all the way over there. Gestures to a stream in the distance. The only place people can come from is behind. And that, if they were gonna catch us before we catch that ship, we'd already see.
Is there anything behind our ship now that I'm thinking about it?
Yeah, you can kind of like fly back and just grab the telescope. Make a perception check.
Yeah.
As Seamus also just kind of like looks back.
18.
There's nothing.
Full fucking convoy. No.
Nothing.
Shit. What is the problem with us taking the ship early?
Is that you will have one ship.
One ship as in like that one ship, or what do you mean?
You will just have the Peregrine. You will not have the Jackalope with you.
True.
Thus,
The Peregrine
Jackalope will
does-
not be completing any marks.
Hmm.
Just because I can see a ship in the distance, if I am not in a battle, that is not complete. That is watching a mark. And, well, getting over my honor bullshit, looks over at Irene. Well, that would possibly mean me claiming work I have not done.
Well, you can join the battle once we've got them rather occupied.
He's saying that it would take him a couple of days to catch up, is what he's implying. If we went at it now, he wouldn't be there when the battle is happening.
Oh, sure, certainly. We can probably catch them in half the time, Seamus said.
So, for
have
future reference, that should be led with. If that is a condition to the mark, like being or a condition to the deal that you have that we are in, is that this ship needs to do it, is to be in the battle.
Well, a captain
Then that
must
makes
be
a
with
lot
their
more
ship.
sense.
If I was on that other ship, I would not be a captain.
Hmm.
Thus, Jackalope must be with it.
Very well. Is there any way to bolster the ship's speed?
Hey.
It's a nice young tree, perhaps. But
Wait, what did he say?
it's a nice young tree, perhaps. Other than that.
What if we did the Spelljammer test with the asteroid thing with this ship, except we
We
didn't
can't.
ship?
They're outside of the river.
Yeah.
No, I meant that would make the ship go faster if you were basically dragging it behind the one.
Oh, dragging. So, like, bolstering it by towing it with the other ship?
Try to tow the.
Tow ship.
Would that work?
Slightly, I suppose.
Well, then we would all get there at the same time.
True. We'd get there sooner.
Kitty.
Goose! I
He's
summoned.
cute.
There's
I summoned
oh, I see
rats.
what you're going for. There's a tree bug
What?
top of my monitor. Okay. was wondering why he was being so insistent.
Devour the bug. Give it to me. Devour.
Private. We pull you behind. Yes, we will get there faster, but it'll still take a while. Oh, sorry, it'll still take a while. You don't. At this point, starting to agree with Wilhelm on this. That, well, one, that makes us an easier target for mortars. I'm not a fan of the ship damaged again. At least not before we can damage. And frankly, been a parade of competence on your ship's leadership. Much as we love suicide missions with a good plan. Suicide missions that I don't think my crew will actually die in. At least not die without succeeding.
Who's talking right now?
This is Seamus. Kind of feeling like, for the sake of the crew, this isn't worth it. Plus, we're getting stuck into politics with it.
He's referring to like it's not a good idea to tow the ship behind? Like behind the Peregrine? Is what he's saying? Or is he
looking like it's not a good idea to stick with them? We're already out here, we're already on the trade route. We can simply just wait until another ship comes and pirate them.
I mean, I'm fine with not graduating yet.
I mean,
they're right there.
I'd say out us not graduating from school, it'd be graduating from life.
I'll graduate.
Well,
I already have once.
I suppose you'd be getting your doctorate or what?
If I'm not mistaken, ships have flying speeds, right? The Spelljammers?
Yes. They do have flying speed. The thing about the stream, the astral stream, is that it makes you go faster. Because it's on your back. So they can't
Weird
go anywhere.
question. The spell Earthbind takes would this be considered a creature for the sakes of casting Earthbind on it?
Oh.
Choose one creature you can see within range. Yellow streams of magical energy loop around the creature. The target must succeed on a strength saving throw, or its flying speed, if any, is reduced to 0 for the spell's duration.
Interesting. Well, it doesn't have a strength score.
Damn it. Oh, objects automatically fail strength saving throws, don't they? Or is it dexterity saving throws?
Well, I think it is, I think it is definitely dex save. I don't know about strength, but that's like, it's also specifically you're targeting a
Yeah.
I don't really think that that's super applicable.
That's fine. I was just curious if it would apply in any way to the Spelljammer.
Let me think about that. I actually right back.
Okay.
Think on that.
I mean, we could just like get on Wilhelm's ship, do it with him, and then we know we did it.
But the thing is that he has to complete the mark for us to get the reward, because he's the one divvying out the reward.
Yeah, but like the reward is graduating, right?
Right. The
What's
point
wrong
is
with
doing
staying?
this. Sorry?
What's wrong with staying in school a little longer?
Nothing. I just thought it would be nice to like actually pull it off, and we're not in school, we're out here.
Thought you were excited to be at school.
I am. I want to, but I thought it would be like really cool to go on this whole adventure and everything. This guy's just kind of drawing honor into it and everything, and like none of like he just wants us to just follow his lead, and we can see what his lead is.
So if we got on Wilhelm's ship, did it with him, then we would know that
But
we did it and we pulled it off.
I think that's a good thought. In theory, he just has to be in the fight.
So I thought about it a little bit. Earthbind, well, like, I'm gonna say, like, it has to be in relation to something. You could, like, essentially Earthbind try, to improvise and Earthbind the other ship to this ship, basically meaning that they couldn't, like, basically they can't, like, like, ever make them basically magical.
Okay.
But that's like you improvised.
Yeah. So Wilhelm's leaving at this point, correct? Or is that what he's doing?
It without further convincing.
Captain, should we be if we were able to take like when we take the ship, we have to continue downstream anyway, correct?
Bill, not necessarily, as an astral can fly in any directions as quickly. I personally, we would find another ethereal stream and.
So, what if we do a bit of a flyby, slow the ship up there down, not outright battle, but flyby and possibly knock out some sails or something of the sort. Cause it to slow down so that way we can catch it sooner.
Well, Seamus speaks up as that doesn't change the fact that it's already risk and clear mistrust amongst this little fleet we got. And
There will always be mistrust between pirate captains and like captains of an actual navy. That's something we knew while we were coming out here.
aye, and I mean,
Especially
we've worked with Illithids before. It's elves aren't that bad. Seamus or Wilhelm can. Go ahead, Goose. Make a charisma.
Fuck yeah! That's a motherfucking 20. Not a natural, but just a
Right.
regular.
Go through, do a massive chain shot on their sail. Raise the rod. Surrender. Fine. Otherwise, we're leaving.
That's all we would ask. Enough to slow them down so we can catch them sooner. And then we can engage in battle with them and force them to surrender. Thus completing the mark on this ship. And keeping everyone safe.
What say you guys? Seamus kind of like looks back, and Wilhelm looks back as well. You guys up for some target practice at Ice Spades? Well, it's been a while since we've done a, well, not proper dive bomb and more of a horizontal run, so I mean, use the practice. Plus, the lack of gravity here would be interesting. Right. Do a flyby.
Maybe I can accompany and throw a little bit of mischief on there too.
By all means. All of you can come aboard. I will say. Okay.
Finally, I've been wanting to get on that shit.
Let's get some. Yeah.
I will say though, if they don't surrender, we leave. You have a choice to either come with us or stay behind on a dinghy. And we can give you a skiff.
That's perfectly fine.
Oh.
Enough to get us back to the ship we're designated to.
One of the people on the ship, just like a goblin. I like that skiff.
What did he say?
I like that skiff. Well,
we'll get it back to you. Where are we heading after this, Mark, Captain?
Well, I always thought we were heading back to the academy.
Is the Rock of Brawl on the way back?
Yes.
If you guys do end up leaving, we'll return the skiff in the Rock of Brawl.
Well, if you can manage to pull that one off, I will be sorely surprised. Wilhelm says back.
Well, time to make you sore.
So you guys get on the Peregrine?
Yeah, for our bombing run, if I believe is the plan. Absinthe, are you coming? You can't just float there drunk in space all day.
I think he can.
I can do lots of things.
Do you want to come?
Yes, I'll come with you.
Do you want to come be a big elf and or a big fae? And...
Wait, I'm an elf? Fuck, I knew I was doing something wrong my whole life.
No, do you want to come be a big fairy and punch a ship for me?
Oh, you need a ship punched.
Not destroyed, not to the point where inoperable, but just taking out masts, slow it down. You heard the plan, correct?
I believe I specialize in taking out masts.
We're there to cause them to slow down, not to outright completely cripple them.
What about make them surrender?
No, not yet. We need to cripple them so that way we have a better shot when the ship that we're on gets back here, because that's how we can beat our mark.
We'll go forward. We'll fire a shot, take out their mask, raise the black flag. If they're smart enough to surrender, then we'll be sticking with you. If they're not smart enough, then you're on a skiff on your own.
I believe
I'll take it.
I believe that works wonders for our plan of action and our agreement with the captain, correct?
Fine.
Fantastic.
So Absinthe, you are heading with the Peregrine?
Yeah.
As yeah. You guys go forward. It does still take a while. It takes takes a while for you to do as you
Right. On ship now.
reach the long range. At this point, you are per 1,000.
Nice. Do we have any like weaponry or anything that we can shoot at their mast from this distance?
Well, we are in range of the 4 cannon, so that's
The
a
4
long
cannon.
range of it.
Maybe we should get a little bit closer, within non-problematic range for trying to aim. We don't want to do severe and extensive damage to the ship. Just cause them to move slower is the main plan.
Aye. But well, we
I
are,
am. I get a bit of the accent.
At the moment, the Peregrine actually has like the bow is closed.
Yeah.
As it has like 2 doors. At the
Gotcha.
moment, we're sailing as civilians. Generally, the safest maneuver for us to be doing would be get up to it, get up real close that they're too scared. Then bring out the cannon and fire.
Could you sail higher than them? Is that possible?
Well,
Line it up to blast through the masts from above the, blast over the deck.
usually. Good. However, we don't have any wind. We only have the aerial wind. Then the breeze gets slower the farther we go.
So, if we got nice and close, and then we angled up, you think we could get a decent shot off and just blow out their masts in a line?
Oh, we can hit their masts from a line from behind. We don't have to get too far off that. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So coming up directly behind is a little bit more suspicious.
Will it be something we could correct once we're closer?
Aye.
Sail in a safe civilian-looking path, and then
How long will it take you to get me on that ship?
Oh, you're wanting to get on it, are you?
if we get on it, then it's going to. Oh, he did say it'd be fine if it surrendered.
I have an idea.
I have a bit of an idea as well, but I don't know.
Well, I have to tap in a little bit of my ancestry, but what do you think would happen if I got popped onto that ship, reduced the sail down, and then broke it?
Like shrunk the sail?
Yeah.
Well, that would slow it down.
I would think.
Be less suspicious than our ship coming up on it.
I mean, if we're going
Mr.
along that rate,
Mr. Goose, you could make me invisible, couldn't you?
I don't believe I can at this level. No.
Oh.
Not right now. Unfortunately, the strange nature of this place kind of limits.
I can
my
hide
magical
pretty well to begin with,
capabilities.
but if I can get on the ship, I could shrink the sail down and then just break it.
I need to take a look at where's the.
Shrinking it down, make it any more fragile.
I would think it would. It's a lot thinner.
Hey, fair enough.
Makes sense to me. Levels.
Yeah.
Third
Well, well,
Just a thought. Either that or I could make our sail bigger and we could go faster.
Our masts are at full capacity. That wouldn't.
Well, it would increase the capacity.
No,
I'm saying the wood, the rigs themselves.
it would rip the.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
So, what do you want us to do? Want us to fly by and drop you off on the ship?
I think he could put.
Plan of trying to their masts out. And...
Is there not a possibility of us doing both? Both me and him can fly, and I can pull Irina with me.
You want to be on their ship before we start firing at it?
I don't believe that's necessary.
Well,
I'd say give us a chance in the ship. If all else
Yes,
fails.
if we get within even 100 feet of it, I'm pretty sure
Mm.
they're going to be suspicious. And we can do that as we pass by, simply enough, to drop you off. But once we pass by, cannons face.
Aye. And theirs would be facing towards you. At that point, we can do one or the other, is what you're saying.
Pretty much.
I'm wondering which one might do more damage, and we've already cleared it with the captain to do the first one.
Well, that's up
Would
to
it be
you.
would it be reasonable to how close do you get for blasting?
Blasting?
Like, aye,
I'd hit to about 500 feet. And we
500.
hit them fine. Yeah. Might, for the sheer intimidation of it, I'd say push to 3.
I mean,
300 feet.
if not shrink the ship, if the entire thing is for them to surrender, I could shrink their cannon. Then again, that also might rip a pretty big hole in the middle of the ship too.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how much that.
Reduces their firepower capability quite a bit, though.
Irina has gotten bored and is just playing with like a rat that's like on the ship.
So here's my thought. How much debt? I have seen those whales, correct?
Yeah, you've seen astral.
I believe they're called Kiori.
Sorry, yeah.
What if we could just drop a Kiori right in their mast?
Well, I mean, that'd certainly something it would.
What type of creature is a Kiori?
I don't know. I can't believe I have any.
'Cause I thought I saw stats for them at one point. I just don't remember where. Oh wait, it's in the Spelljammer. I remember where I saw it now. We could take some pot shots, and I could possibly get us close enough to, or at least myself close enough to manifest a Kiori real quick.
One I'd be fine with. Doesn't change the fact that if they don't surrender, well,
We're out in a dinghy. I understand. The intention is not to put your ship in harm's way, or to put your crew in harm's
is
way.
everyone fine with that plan?
Irina's playing with the rat.
Irina,
I don't care what we do.
I vote for the whale.
I agree. I was thinking it seems kind of amusing as well. What do you think, Handkerchief? Down to see a whale?
Definitely.
Delightful.
No, is that what you're doing?
Yeah. I'm attempting to locate the whale stats.
Well, we'll have plenty of time to do it later.
Yeah. No, yeah. We can worry about that later.
You head forward, sail, and as you sail forward, get closer. What's the range on that whale?
I have to get on the ship.
Right. We'll fly by and drop you guys off.
So, hey, just drop a ding in the water nearby.
Yeah.
And we'll
You
swim.
guys. Basically, you guys like as it's sailing by, you guys are ready.
A dinghy.
Yeah, just kind of thingy. Irina,
Or a skip,
they've-
right?
Yeah, in a so using the scale. Or, Irina, they have given you a harpoon. That you can just fire at the other ship and help in war.
I will give her guidance.
Yeah. Irina, go ahead and make a dexterity stuff. Go dexterity. You aiming it for a spot.
Nat 20.
All right.
Fucking nice.
You fire that rope, and you land it in a spot. Just there's kind of like a lowered balcony out the back. You fire it at just a place like where you peel in, and then you can like extend the rope to get next to the balcony. But if you like pull it in, then you're out of line of sight. And as you prime yourself forward, is where we will.
Oh, that was dirty. I didn't realize how close it was, but that's gonna be fucking fun.
Yeah. As yeah. Thank you guys for playing. We'll decide on the stats of that whale in it. And
I'm
but
looking
before-
for it.
for next week. Yeah. I have some sort of but
It's I know it's in the tail in the Waterdeep or the not Waterdeep, the Spelljammer.
thank you
thing,
guys
I just
for playing. And until next